I've always really looked at data as, nothing more than a warehouse management system with parts and robotics now and assembly lines and conveyor belts. And it's really that kind of same thing. And now that the technology has become very mainstream and very achievable, approachable, if you will, either from a cost standpoint or from a knowledge standpoint, it's no longer vaporware that it can be done. And I think having that concept of why did we make the assembly line? Why did we create robotics to do things? Again, that's where that reality hit me, was we can do a lot more to that digital layer, the orchestration layer with data by pulling the agents in, and that they were actually agentic or generative AI was always out there, right? We knew that we could do it, kind of like quantum computing is today. We know that we're going to get there, but we're not there yet. And I think that ability to have that tech accessible to do all of the things that are friction within the data lifecycle, I think is where that light bulb came on. The entire internet has been consumed by Grok and OpenAI and Anthropic, all these guys. And that's fantastic if you're doing research. It's fantastic if you're looking for, show me the best company that I can buy, X widget within 15 miles of me that has whatever, right? And you can interact with it to get the best answer. And that's what it's going to give you. It's going to give you the best answer based on statistics. And when you use your own data to train micro language models or small language models or domain language models based on your enterprise data, the answers you're getting are going to be based on how you do business, how you've done business, the historical events of your data. There's probably a lot of data out there that doesn't get onto the internet, hopefully, because that's, the secret sauce of what we do. So that's really the difference, where we're providing an avenue to govern and own your enterprise estate of data versus providing a application or a tool that will give you answers based on the fact that their selling point is we have trained it on everything in the world, and we continue to do that every day. In the short of it, we're a data warehouse management system, right? So if you think about a regular warehouse, think Amazon, right? Amazon has these trucks that pull up and they dump all this stuff into the warehouse, right? Think of that as data, right? All this disparate data that's coming from third-party data and structured data and unstructured data and semi-structured data and your own enterprise data. And all this stuff is just being dumped. Our agents are able to pick up all those things that are dumped into the warehouse and place them in locations. Think of parts that go into bins, and this in this location, and it's got this ID on it, and it's inventoried with this, and it's got this description to it, and we know that this part is part of this bill of materials to build this, and then other agents can go and they can reach in and they can pull things off the shelves and they put it on the conveyor belt, and there's all these parts going down and the robots are working on it and they're building little things and doing all kinds of stuff. And that's the data curation, right? And then you've got QA that's looking at this and like, was this part put together right? Are there defects, right? That's the data governance and the security of it. And eventually it goes all the way down this warehouse, and instead of on the other side, doesn't come out as, a giant Lego box or a part or a carburetor for a car, but it's a data domain or a data mart that's now consumable by the organization, by an application, by monetizing to other customers. And that's really where we live. So there's nothing real exciting about what we're building, but it's a can that's been kicked down the road so long for every company because it's really hard.